School is now in session, and that means sports are back. I'm Jackson Webb. Alongside me is Omar Alvarez, and today on Talk with the Tiger, we are joined by one of the best in the football business. Back in 2016, this Tiger tore up the entire state of Texas on the gridiron by airing it out for 1,900 passing yards and 23 touchdowns in his senior year of high school. Fast forward to the year 2018, the redshirt freshman appeared in 10 games, making 2 starts, completing 65% of his passes for 1,185 yards and 7 passing touchdowns. He was able to help the Tigers go back-to-back as MIAA conference champions and also get to the postseason for the 4th straight year in a row. In his sophomore season, the QB made his way onto the all-conference team as well as the Don Hanson all-region team, leading the Tigers to an 8-3 record. He started in all 11 of those games and put on a show all year long. This Fort Hays State University quarterback rewrote the record books by notching his name at the top of the list for the most passing touchdowns in a single season with 35, which served to also be 6th best in the entire country. The Texas gunslinger finished with 3,344 passing yards, 304 per game, and threw for at least 3 touchdowns in 7 different games. Last fall, the COVID-19 pandemic prevented his team from having a regular season, but the time off gave the team time to heal up and rebuild for this season. With that, we welcome in Chance Fuller. Thank you for being here with us today.
Thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here.
For sure. Over the past few seasons, you've really been able to open the eyes of just about every single fan that steps foot inside Lewis Field Stadium. So it feels like we already know who you are and what you bring to the table on the field. But we got to hit you, with the curveballs and get to know you off the field. So we got to get first your full name, throw that middle one in there, your major, your plans after college, and your favorite football team.
Okay, so my full name is Chance Jordan Fuller. My major is health and human performance, teaching and coaching. I'm student teaching right now. What else?
You got your plans after college?
After college, I want to be a coach. My dad, my uncle, my grandpa, they all coached in Texas high school football. So I think I want to be a college football coach first, maybe GA somewhere, and then figure out from there. But I want to be around the game of football, coaching most likely.
And then your favorite football team right now could be college or pro or both?
Right now, I'll have to say my Cowboys. Hopefully we can put it together this year.
Oh, man, cut the interview. So what's it like being from Texas? I mean, you landed in Kansas, but what's it like being originally from Texas, Arlington specifically?
Yeah, Arlington's a lot different from Hays, obviously, but it's a good change-up coming here to Hays. It's a great community. Everyone knows everyone. But just being from Texas, being the high school football Friday Night Lights, it's great because the band's playing. There are a lot of fans there, so it's a lot of fun, but it's a lot of fun here too.
Yeah, so what are your favorite things about Texas? What is it? Is it Buc-ee's? What is it?
I like Buc-ee's a lot. I like Whataburger a lot. There's a lot more choices for food and options, but I just like in Texas the just the Metroplex, the big city. That's where I want to be. That's where I like it. But Hays is great for a college town and great to play football in with a great community.
Right, and speaking of football, of course you played football in Arlington. What was it like playing in Arlington, especially I'm assuming a big school district, and being able to stand out?
It was huge. We actually had 5 high schools just in Arlington that are 6A. So you're surrounded by great athletes that are in the NFL now or at Division I's. And so you're surrounded by great talent as soon as you start playing, and you know that those are the guys. So it brings your level of play up playing with better guys. So it's cool to see everyone doing things around the community and around the world, actually, from being in Arlington. So it's awesome.
So how did you originally get into football, and did you play other sports growing up?
Growing up, I played soccer, basketball, baseball. I played it all. But football has always been my favorite because, like I said, my family's all coaches. So growing up, I'd be at all the games, be on the sidelines, be the ball boy, just looking up to those high school kids. And then finally getting to do it and getting an opportunity to play at the next level was just awesome. So I love football, and I want to be around it.
Yeah, so you mentioned earlier, we talked a little bit about your family. So how's it like having your little brother on the team and kind of having him under your wing?
Oh, it's awesome. He's great. It sucked being away from him for a few years, but it's good watching him grow, coming into college, and watching him get better. I'm so glad he's here. We have a great relationship, and I wouldn't want him to be anywhere else.
That's awesome. We're glad he's here, too. Another Fuller on the team is definitely going to help, and we're excited to see him and what he's got. Moving more football-related questions, and we talked just before this, how long it's been since we've played, a regular season game, a game that goes on your record and means something. And Omar and I did the tabulations. It's 663 days since there was a game, a regular season game in Lewis Field Stadium. So with this first one coming up, how are the feelings going? How are you approaching this first game since the last 663 days?
Yeah, and 663 days ago was the Bearcats. So we're ready to get back at them again. But just through that time, just working on little things, building relationships with everyone, working on things that you don't have much time to do normally in the fall, just little things, make sure we're on the same page. But we're all excited. The students are back. You can feel the buzz back in town. Everyone's practicing. You hear the band practicing. You hear the cheer, and we can't wait.
That's good. That's good. And we talk about this season being, so different from every other season because with the COVID-19 pandemic that affected everybody, it really changes things around and puts everybody in kind of a spin cycle. Can you elaborate on how it's been for you and how this changes, your approach going into the season, and if it was a helpful thing or a hurtful thing to have all this time kind of off to prepare and get healthy?
It obviously sucks, but I think it was definitely helpful. Just having that extra time with the receivers, the running backs, tight ends, and the offensive line, because we've built great relationships, like the seniors like Amari, Ingram Bolden, and Pat Kelly and Ted. Just staying here their extra year when they could have started their lives making money is huge. It shows how much they care about this program and how this school and the community and how much it means to them. It means a lot to us, and we want to just put on for the city.
So you've already, etched your name in history for Fort Hays, single season passing record. Is there anything specific that stands out in your career thus far at Fort Hays?
So far, I'd say just probably my first start going into Northwest 2018. It was huge. It was a chance for a conference championship and chance at the playoffs. So I'll never forget that. Going into Northwest, their fans are crazy, getting hit around, but it was awesome. Hopefully to make more of those memories coming up.
Yeah, so Jaxson and I were talking earlier. We were talking about that start because you started over Jacob Mazzara, and he's obviously a very well-decorated Tiger, but what was that feeling you got when you knew that you were going to get that start over him?
Jacob obviously was a great guy, a great quarterback. He helped me more than anyone else has. But I got a call, I think, Sunday night after the week before the game, and it was Coach Vijo, and he's like, you're the guy this Saturday. And I was pumped. You obviously want to play. You want to be the guy. So having the opportunity was amazing, and I think I made the best of it. Made a few mistakes, but I was young, so we got the win.
Was there any strategic decision behind that? Was it you thought that they thought that the Bearcats were prepping for Mazzara, but they ended up you getting the start? What was the ideas behind that?
I'm not sure the complete ideas, but they were definitely preparing for Mazzara. He's been the guy. He beat him the year before, but I don't know, brought a little more to the table, I guess. But again, Mez was a great guy, and I'm lucky to play under him and learn from him.
Yeah, I'll go back to, kind of this time off that you've had to prepare. Just like with all this time that you've had, were there any aspects of your game that you had really tried to, really focus in on improving, or was there anything that you try to tweak, or anything that is going to bring a new chance Fuller to the table, or just kind of working on the basic stuff?
You always want to improve on the basic stuff, but I want to improve my foot. Made it a point to improve my footwork and be able to make plays outside the pocket, stepping up in the pocket, and making plays with my legs and not just forcing a throw when I can get a first down with my legs. So I had negative rushing yards last year. Might want to get that into the positive, but I'm not going to try to run every play, but when it's there, I need to take that opportunity and go get a first down or get in the end zone.
We look at the faces on this year's team. We haven't got to see them on the field yet, but we just know, there's no Harley to throw to. There's no Lane that you got right now. Matt Windelberger's gone. Whole new faces around this Tiger offense. How are you feeling about these new guys, and kind of what's the identity behind this receiving core and offense that you got going on right now?
Yeah, we got Manny Ramsey back. That's huge. We came in together as red shirts, and we've always clicked. We've always been on the same page. But the other guys, the young guys, they've worked hard. They've looked up to Manny, working on the things that they need to work on, knowing that it's not easy being a receiver in the MIAA. It's physical. You got to attack the ball. But they did a great job just putting their head down and working, because you can always be better.
And also with, not everybody knowing who's going to be the weapons this year. we got to have a fun question here. And, you get to see the guys participate at practice every day, and you get to throw to them. But is there, kind of that silent assassin kind of guy, like a secret weapon that we might have this year that the fans don't know about yet that's going to have a breakout year, you think?
Hunter Budke is going to be great. He played a little bit last year, but he's really getting a hold of the offense. He's clicking. He got to play under Matt, like you said, but he's real smart. He has the offense down. He can go up and make a play. And all the freshmen, like, you can't count any of them out. They've all, the COVID freshmen, as you call them, they've all made plays and great strides coming here. They got a lot of reps in the spring with just as little depth that we had, but I don't know. They're very silent, so we'll see who the silent assassin is. Hopefully all of them.
So aside from a W and your first game against Northwest, is there any other goals you have for your first game?
Just get back into the groove of it. The first games are always hectic. You want to take care of the ball and not commit too many penalties, not make too many mistakes, just doing your job and not trying to do too much. So as long as we come out with a win, that's all I can ask for.
Well, thank you so much, Chance. It was great to talk to you today. Really looking forward to watching you play this fall, you and the guys. Hopefully bring back another MIAA conference champion to Lewis Field Stadium, and we wish you the best of luck on the field and off the field this fall. Thank you so much for being with us, and we hope to see you again soon.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all so much.